I don't know. Why did I talk like that with him? What if he asked me to pay money? You were thinking about Jungkook while walking inside. Hey Ryan, how did the party went? Did you enjoy the feast? She asked excitedly as she was in the living room. Did you eat all the food or do you left anything for me? She was looking at you confused, as your answer was not at all related to her question. I'm not a foodie. There is so much food left in the kitchen. You can have it. She said, looking at you a little seriously. Thanks. You were about to leave, but she stopped you again. Ryan, before having dinner, get me your clothes. Today is my duty to do laundry for all of us. Morning I didn't get the time, so I put it at night. So go and get me, she said and walked away a little aggressively. You came to your room and were gathering all clothes to put in laundry. Then the dress you wear flashed in the mirror, causing you to stop and look at its reflection in the mirror. This dress, you were looking at it deeply as you started remembering Jungkook's expression which he gave when he saw you in it for the first time. Your hand trailing on the dress while your brain recalling the moments you had with him some time ago. The way he complimented you, the way he was looking at you so lovely, the way he took care of you in the party, everything made you smile, which was genuine. When you slowly turned around and was surprised to see him right behind you. Jungkook, you smiled slightly while he smiled back at you. You're so beautiful. He was about to touch your cheek, but before he could do, you turned your head as you were feeling shy. Suddenly, you lifted your head up and were surprised to see him being absent. Just then, you realized it was your imagination. Instantly, your cheeks turned pink, but it didn't take much time to fade as your brain flashed something. He is my boyfriend, and we are getting married soon. This line was poking your heart since you heard it from her. You didn't know why it was so painful for you to hear it, even though it was true. Why it's painful to hear or imagine him with someone else when you don't have any feelings for him. You quickly slipped into your casual night dress and put the dress aside as you thought of returning it to Jungkook, but then you noticed the butterfly's print on the entire dress. It was the first time you observed the skirt so closely. Butterfly print? I didn't observe it till now. Something from your memories, which stuck up at the ground of your memories, started waking up. Yeah, how much time will you take? It's getting late. You quickly came out of your thoughts as soon as she patted your shoulder. Linda, take all this. You gave your clothes except the one Jungkook gifted you. By the way, food is still available. Go and eat, she said as she wanted to prove that she is not a food zombie to you. I'm not hungry, Linda. Please don't disturb me for some time, you said sadly while sitting on the bed where she left silently without disturbing you. What's happening to me? Why am I thinking about Jungkook? I'm just his maid, but why is he treating me like that? You are thinking deeply, not knowing who entered your room. You heard the food clicking sound at first, but then you saw a food plate in front of your face as you lowered your head. Linda, I told you I'm not hungry. Leave me alone. You pushed the plate, but still it returned to its place, which was in front of your face. Aish, this girl won't hear me. Linda, you scowled while getting up from the bed. But, Jungkook, you whispered while your eyes looked at him surprisingly. Did you think Linda would be bothered about your hunger? He spoke while you were slowly coming back to your senses. What do you want, Mr. Jungkook? Why are you here again? You asked annoyingly. We haven't eaten anything at the party, that's why I brought food for us. For us, please, you have it. I'm not hungry. I know you must be hungry. I can sense it. Come, we will have it together. No, Mr. Jungkook, I said you have it. Don't irritate me, please. From the party, I'm not understanding one thing. Am I your boss or you are my boss? He looked at you angrily, which was an act to scare you. You are my boss. I'm sorry. You quickly apologized before lowering your head. Good. Now come with me. He held your hand and took you out from there to the dining table. Mr. Jungkook, why did you brought me here? You asked, as you remembered there was a food plate in your room already. To eat warm and delicious food. That food in your room was dry. You looked at him surprisingly, like how he found your thoughts. Come, first sit here. Shane, bring food for us. He told Shane while making you sit in a chair before he takes the chair next to you. What are you doing, Mr. Jungkook? I'm not allowed to sit here. Leave me. I have to get up. You got up and were about to leave, but he grabbed your wrist and pulled you down gently. When are you already staying in my heart? You're allowed to sit anywhere, after all. He chuckles while you look at him angrily. Still, I don't feel it's right. I'm your maid. I will serve you, Mr. Jungkook. No need, just feed me. That's enough. Mr. Jungkook, I served the food. One, it's your turn, she told and went back to the kitchen while you were confused. Come on, now feed me. I'm so hungry, he said while being a kid, which made you smile slightly, but you quickly hid it from him. Okay, I will feed you later. You should leave me. I'm already tired of your stuff today, you said before getting an answer from him. Okay, I will, but now feed me wine. He wide opened his mouth, where you smiled and fed him. It's such a happy moment for me, he said while chewing the food you fed. You were feeding him while he was enjoying it until he took little quantity into his hand and brought it near to your mouth. Now open your mouth. You looked at him surprised, as you didn't expect this from him. Me? Yes, anybody there around here? I'm telling you to open your mouth wide. He spoke gently while looking into your eyes. Like he said, you opened your mouth hesitantly, but he didn't fail to feed you big bites. I know you cannot stay hungry, that's why eat fully, Ryan. A teardrop fell in his hand while he was feeding you. You don't need to cry anymore. I'm here with you. From now, I will be with you till the end of your life, he said while wiping your tears, as he felt emotional with his gesture. Since you lost your mother, there was no one who took care of you like this, but his one action made you remember all the memories that tied with your mother as he acted like her now. You choked on food as you gulped without concentration on the food. Eat slowly, Ryan. He made you drink water by patting your head. You didn't know how to express yourself, but you got a feeling that he is the one person who came to erase your sorrows in your life. Just like a story your grandmother used to say when you were a kid. But are you sure he is the one? How do you know I cannot stay hungry? You asked, as you were surprised with his words. If not me, who would know about you, Ryan? Again, the same sentence which he kept on answering to the every question you gave to him. Ma'am, what's happening there? Am I dreaming or what? How come the Mafia master is feeding his maid? She asked while looking at you both from the kitchen. You're watching them as a Mafia prince and maid, but I'm seeing something else between them, she said while adoring you both. Something else? What do you mean? Love. Her eyebrows raised up while uttering that word. What? Love? You mean they are in love? Yes, but I strongly feel it's not something that happened now. It must be from a long time. You don't understand all this. Go and do your laundry. Shane smiled at you and Jungkook before going to her room where Linda was still confused. Will their love succeed? After having dinner with Jungkook, you came to your smiling like an idiot, but it faded away soon you saw Shane in your room. Shane, ma'am, a small fear rushed inside you. Relax, Wine. I just came to say something. What do you want to say? You asked a little curiously. It's about Jungkook. Jungkook, you said with a blank expression. Yes, look, Wine, I have been working here since he was a kid. He was a very sweet guy and kind towards his workers. After these many days, I saw that old Jungkook because of you. Because of me? Yes, since the day you came here, he changed a lot. It's happy to see him like this. Now it's all in your hand. I can see his love for you. Love? No, Shane, ma'am. He's just playing with me. You don't know about this guy completely. You tried to prove her wrong, but she chuckled, which confused you. One, I'm double A's than you. I know the difference between love and teasing. I just want to tell you that now he is in your hands. You don't know what you will do, but choose the best for you and him. God bless you. She patted on your shoulder and left from there, leaving you in more confusion now. Shh, I don't understand what's happening in my life. One side, Mr. Jungkook is behaving madly, and now Shane Ma'am is saying about love. God, what's your plan with my life? You dropped on the bed as your brain dead at that moment. Next morning, Jungkook opened his eyes as soon as he heard foot clicking sound. Good morning, Ryan. He greeted you while getting up from the bed, thinking it was you, but he became angry soon he saw someone else in his room. Linda? Good morning, Mr. Jungkook. I'm not Wine. She smiled hesitantly, but it dropped. Soon his face turned anger. Where is Wine? He asked as he was upset because he waited to not open his eyes until you come to his room, but it got wasted. She went outside to meet someone, she replied while shivering slightly. Someone? Did she say name or place to where she is going or meeting? He asked her, narrowing his eyebrows. She went to Jenny's restaurant and the name of the person, John, I guess. I heard while she was talking with Shane, ma'am. She was scared, as if his face turned angry. John, he whispered and quickly wore his chappals before taking his scars and quickly headed out of his room. He was driving the car fastly and rashly, which was prohibited, but still he thought of breaking all rules for you. Van, why are you not lifting my calls? He was calling you since he left home, but you didn't attend any of it. Damn it, he threw the mobile in anger and it broke into two pieces. It was confusing why he was angry. Is it because he was upset that he didn't see your face as soon as he woke up, or you went out to meet someone, another man? Later, he came to the restaurant which Linda talked about. He entered inside and found you already in the crowd. He smiled as you were alone and about to walk near you, but he stopped at his place. Hey Ryan, you quickly got up as soon as you heard the voice and spread your arms as the opposite person spread his arms. John, you said his name so loudly and quickly hugged him as soon as he approached you. When John hugged you back, you both hugged each other. Jungkook's hands clenched into fists to his sides. His smile turned in anger or more like irritation. John, come sit. I was waiting for you. You and John are seated in your chairs. John, why are you always sticking like a glue in my story? I need to put an end to your character. He calmed down himself before coming near you. Okay, Ryan, tell me, how are you? It's been many years since we met, but you are pretty like our childhood. He complimented you, but you didn't enjoy it like you enjoyed Jungkook's compliment. Thank you, but you're changed a lot. I wonder your same tune that I played in my childhood? You chuckle, but it faded. Soon Jungkook entered the scene. Yes, Wine, how could John like person stay same? You both looked at him and were shocked to see him there. Mr. Jungkook, your jaw dropped upon seeing him. Hey Wine, who is this guy? He asked, as if you were his girlfriend. You don't need to know it, mister. He flickered his forehead and sat beside you. What are you doing, Mr. Jungkook? John, I'm sorry, behalf of him. You smiled at him awkwardly. I thought you would come to my room, but Linda entered, so thought of coming here as I want to wish good morning to my dearest Wine. Good morning, Wine. He smiled while rubbing his hand on your shoulder. Dearest Wine, Wine, who is this guy? Would you mind explain? He was confused completely. She is my girl. Do you wanna hear more? He said, wiggling his eyebrows at John. Your girl? What's happening, Wine? Mr. Jungkook, will you please stay quiet for a moment? John, he is my master prince Jungkook. I told you on call I'm working for him as a maid. You said, while glaring at Jungkook. Oh, your boss? He is looking so strange. Anyhow, be careful with him, he said while looking at Jungkook annoyingly. Like you should not sound that. I'm thousand times better than a guy like you. He scoffed while he looked at him angrily. Mr. Jungkook, what is this? He is my cousin. You should not talk bad about him. You scolded him and continued to talk with John. Leave about him, Ryan. When are you coming to Canada? I will take admission for you. Mom is also asking you to come there. Think about it. You don't have anyone here, but if you come there, we can live together. Last words were a little personal, and Jungkook knew it. Who said she doesn't have anyone here? She have me. And about living together, forget about it. It can never happen. Find another girl who suits your thoughts. You were shocked to hear those kinds of words. What nonsense are you talking? Who the hell are you to say, Ryan? How are you working near this kind of guy? Such an insane. You. He was talking by crossing all the limits, not knowing in front of whom he was. Shankar, what are you talking? It's not correct. You were also arguing with him from the other side. Yeah, if you don't sit quietly, you will not have a life to do with someone. He got panicked with Jungkook's warning and looked under the table. Gun, what's his occupation, Ryan? He stuttered while shivering with fear. Jungkook, what are you doing? He whispered while gritting your teeth. I don't have occupation to name, but I have a name of brand, Mafia. Yes, I'm a Mafia Prince John Jungkook. By hearing the word, John got a mini heart attack. Mafia, let's jump. He quickly ran away from there, leaving something accidentally. Jungkook, what are you doing? Why did you spoil our conversation with my cousin? You spoke very angrily as you were frustrated with his actions. No, you should not have a conversation with him. Do you know what's his intention behind meeting you? He put it in your hand as it was slipped from John's pocket while he was escaping. What? How dare he think of me like that? I thought he changed after going abroad, but I didn't know his mind has changed. This dirty, you said, crushing it under your feet. He is still the same since childhood, just you don't know it. He said casually, which surprised you. Since childhood? How do you know about him? Who are you? How do you know everything about me? You asked while grabbing his collar as he was looking away. I know everything about you, Vine, but you still didn't remember me, who I am, he said, looking into your eyes and got up from the chair. How will I know if you don't say? Then he put a white handkerchief with butterfly embroidery on it and silently walking away from there. Tears started in your eyes after seeing it. Your heart started beating fast, and a small smile formed at your lips through tears. You quickly grabbed it and got up from the chair before wiping your tears. Jungkook. He stopped at his place and turned around, where you ran to him and jumped onto him, while people in the restaurant looking at you both surprisingly. Why didn't you say this till now? Because you didn't ask, he said while tears forming in his eyes. Jungkook, you quickly smashed your lips on his lips while he was holding you on him as you wrapped your legs around his waist for his support. Everyone was happy to see you both except one girl who was looking at you both angrily as if volcano was blasting in her eyes. Nancy, you're hurting. She started panicking as Nancy broke the glass in her hand, which led to glass pieces stuck on her palm and making two bleed. Let's go. She quickly walked away from there angrily while her friend followed her. What are your comments on this part? How that butterfly handkerchief changed everything? Their relationship? Any guesses? Please comment your opinion below. Thank you for watching.